As the world grows more artificial, we must pursue the real in every area of our lives, starting with God and His tree of life. Anything less when it comes to the rise of the artificial would be naive. This is a quote from my friend and author, Alan Arnold, from his book, Risk the Real: How to Defy the Rise of the Artificial. Today's episode dives deep into the world of AI and what is ahead of us and what is right in front of us. Though there are so many benefits in artificial intelligence, there are just as many alerts that we must pay attention to. The future is here, and it's accelerating faster than most of us actually realize. The perspectives I'm sharing today are ones of caution. We all have our lives to live in different relationships with technology as it relates to our personal and professional lives. So I hope that you will find some value in what I have to share. We'll be right back. You are listening to the Work Life Eubiosis podcast with your host, Charleston Edwards. If this is your first time here, welcome. My goal is simple: to eradicate burnout and to bring harmony, purpose, and balance to this world, starting with the family. My hope is that this show and the story shared will provide encouragement and ideas that will be valuable to you on your journey to work-life freedom. So let's dive in to today's episode. Success is not bad when our motives are pure. However, the murky waters occur when success becomes an obsession instead of a natural consequence of good, hard work. We are taught to compete at an early age and elevate our names, images, and likenesses so we can become even more valuable, popular, and influential in the culture. Meanwhile, no one talks about that in the pursuit of the good life, we often have to lose out on what truly fulfills us. We get to the top of the ladder and we're still empty. There's more to life than climbing the ladder. There's more to life than living in comfort. There's more to life than just wealth. But this is what we are told to do: to chase success by all means necessary, to go after wealth and positions, to contribute to the fluctuating economic system. But meanwhile, we are being bombarded with the news that makes us believe that our comforts are in jeopardy. Though every headline seems isolated and independent, it's really not. The news is orchestrated to hit us all where it hurts. The more we listen, the more we lose our ability to think freely and to actually be free. The global agenda is to pull us away from where we need to put our trust, which is in God. The fear of God is the source of real wisdom. But all we see is artificial wisdom. As professional success chasers, we have been programmed to race rats and to chase every tool that makes us better. The solution is artificial intelligence. And we can now get it everywhere. AI is our solution to do more and to go faster. AI is our competitive edge. AI is our solution to perfect our work. AI is our solution to save time. It's the solution to curing diseases. AI is the solution to tracking down criminals. AI is a solution to our most complex problems. AI is the solution to fix our global markets. AI is the solution for fixing our supply chains. AI is the solution to rebuild our society in the case of a doomsday event. What can AI not do? Are we trying to rebuild the Tower of Babel? We have a technical contagion on our hands. There's a global race to build more data centers to power our digital infrastructure in this world, and even on Mars. At least that's what we're being told. In either case, the future is here now. We are living in the Matrix. We've seen this movie before, and now we are the movie. This all presents some hefty questions. What freedoms are we giving up for our need for speed? Is AI the source of our security, comforts, and convenience? And why are we racing against other countries to expand AI at warp speeds? Why is there a rush to build data centers in every single state? Is it to protect the country? Or is it to program the country? Are we being dumbed down while we make AI smarter? Is our intelligence being insulted? Before I move on, I have to give the disclaimer that many good people use AI for fun and good work. And I have to keep an appropriate perspective in all that it does. I, too, really like some of the things that are hitting the marketplace. AI can certainly be a force for good. But just like a bottle of prescription drugs, we have to take time to read the warning labels. Unknowingly, and sometimes knowingly, AI has already infiltrated our society at every level. The floodgates are open. Just this week, AI facial recognition was reactivated in New Orleans to locate 10 prisoners who broke out of jail. This is obviously controversial because if one city has already implemented AI facial recognition, it's not far-fetched to believe that all cities already have the same capability. In case you missed it, I said the word reactivated. How long have we been under surveillance like this? With just one single story like this one, it makes sense why we need all the data centers. This information that we are feeding the beast needs more power. We may use AI, but essentially AI is using us. I then read about a handful of the most popular multi-billion-dollar pharmaceutical companies announcing new AI alliances with the goals of rewriting genetic codes to cure cancer, predict and prevent disease. This isn't new news. This has been in the works for many years, but why the outbreak of new alliances just in the last 2 weeks? Is it just a coincidence? Or is there something more? I could go on, but I'm going to digress on this particular point. I don't believe in coincidences. AI is not only solving complex issues, but it's growing at warp speeds, and there is pressure for humanity to keep up. New toys, new tools, new technology. Novelty is being dangled to us rat racers, and we keep falling for the bait. It's hard to argue against this type of technology when it's being activated to stop evil and to cure disease and to improve our world. It's hard to argue against AI solutions that helps those who are disabled or diseased to get a second chance at living a fuller life. But as we all know, some things can be too good to be true. There are always trade-offs for our choices. AI can and will be used for weaponization. Those with evil intentions want far more out of AI than a matter of public health and safety. Yes, evil is a strong word to use here, but let's double click on this for a second. What if AI is being made to be part of us, all of us? What if instead of using phones, computers, or AI glasses, the goal is to have AI nanotechnology in our bodies? And if this is the goal, going all the way back to the 1990s when they teased this, who is controlling the programming? And if someone is already controlling the algorithms, have they already pre-programmed us over the last 25 years by our reliance on our devices. And if our phones are connected directly to the mental health crisis in this world, how much more worse can it be to have technology embedded into our heads? The answer to this is not good. We are living in a new age, and we are about to see the word Google go away. Apple is going to make the screen go away. All of our tech-based monitoring wearables will soon be wearing us. This all seems crazy, but this line of thinking is not as far-fetched as you would think. Just this week, no coincidence, Apple legend Johnny Ive signed a $6.5 billion deal with Sam Altman's OpenAI to help design the future. These two tech giants have been quoted as saying that the future is beyond screens, a world without devices, an intelligence that walks and talks with us everywhere we go. Their intent is to bring her to life. Do you all remember her? This is the same artificially designed operating system personified as her in the 2013 sci-fi movie called Her. Seriously. Here's a quote from one of the tech watchdogs in 2024 regarding the possibilities of an OpenAI and an IO products collaboration. Quote, "The flagship concept is reportedly a screenless AI assistant, a device designed to blend seamlessly into everyday life through voice interaction, contextual awareness, and possibly projection-based visuals. The goal? Reinvent how humans interact with intelligent machines, moving away from touchscreens towards something more ambient, intuitive, and less socially disruptive than the iPhone." Unquote. We are entering the PS era, and PS stands for post-screens. Yes, the goal is not AI-powered tools or robots. The goal is to make AI-powered humans. We are the robots lining up to get programmed. Neuralink has already stated similar goals, and they are not hiding their intent. OpenAI has joined the race to see who will roll out the PS era first. And I'm sure Apple and Google are not too far behind. But you may ask, so what? What is the danger? Why not build more tech solutions? Why not create more ways to protect this country? Why not use AI to its full potential? Why not pick it up and throw away the devices? My response is that AI presents the perfect opportunity for us to lose our freedom. Autonomy and free will was gifted to humanity by God. We aren't meant to be herded like cattle. This is why I'm speaking up. Freedom is one of my core values, and I truly believe that the purpose of humanity is to connect with God, not with devices. Embedding AI into humans presents a perfect atmosphere for mind control and how we see the world and what we believe. When we infuse AI into our bodies, will we even be able to recognize what is real? Can we even decipher between real and fake right now? Will our thoughts actually be our own? Will our propaganda and slants become even more skewed? Will this type of human computer make us even more disembodied, discontent, distracted, and dare I say, disconnected, even more than what the phone has done to the human race? Let's pump the brakes and use our brains for a second. At some point, we must use our brains without the tool that has no brain. We have to preserve our right to think critically. We must not become one with the tool. We must avoid interbreeding technology with human genes. Becoming hybrids is where we got it all wrong in Genesis 6. This is a no-brainer. We don't need AI infused into our brains. What I failed to mention is that if we conform to being Neuro-linked or inviting Alexa or Siri to become even more intimate with us, we are then entering a world that makes anything possible. Telepathy, quantum communications, and dare I say the ability to communicate artificially with the spiritual world. This is dangerous territory and a boundary line that we need to avoid. This is the same backdrop as Genesis 11 when God intervened at the Tower of Babel. This episode is brought to you by Own Your 5 to 9, an organization committed to freeing families of the rat race and burnout. Every organization has a leader, mission, and a set of values that drives the organization. But this is commonly missed in the most important organization in the world, the family. An organization has one mission for how it will impact the world. Why not the family? An organization goes into strategic planning routinely to align its values, mission, and projects. Why not the family? Whose Home, a strategic planning guide for families, is a workbook and a tool needed in all households. Whose Home takes a strategic planning approach with 10 guided exercises to define your core family values, family mission, and tools to operationalize how your family does life together. If your family is facing a big decision, Whose Home is for you. If you're considering a career pivot, Whose Home is also for you. If you desire more intentionality and harmony in your home, Whose Home is for you. Create a healthy culture, not a hustle culture, at home. Visit ownyour5to9.com to claim your copy today. Though AI can do many great things, we don't need help to think critically. We don't need every tool under the sun to save us time. We have all the time that we need. We just need to be better stewards. Stewarding our time well starts with building boundaries, choosing the simple route, loving our neighbors, redefining success, working for God and not for man's applause, and being grateful for what we have. Let's stop the chase and re-engage with a word that we rarely practice: contentment. We can be grateful and content when we don't have all the new gadgets. We can even be grateful in tough times, in our imperfections, and in our discomfort. Furthermore, we live in a wicked and corrupt world that will one day be redeemed by God into the perfect world that we desperately long for. This means that our purpose is not to save this world, it's to do good while we are here and understand who actually holds our future. It's not AI. We are going to be seduced by all things that the PS era can do for us. This cosmic shift may be months away or even a couple years away. In either case, we have to look at the bigger picture and examine the motives of the creators and our own motives as the consumers. When Ben Carson was asked about his thoughts on Neuralink on the Sean Ryan podcast, he said he fears that AI will program people into killing machines. This is sad. Though he could envision a world where AI could program people to be Mother Teresa, he just doesn't see that as the agenda from his corner of Washington, D.C. He sees the corruption. Carson goes on to say that instead of investing in making humans into walking computers, he states, here's the quote, "I would prefer to see us spend more time cultivating the best people by bringing them up the right way, having the right influences in their lives, bringing church and morality back, having a revival on our system, aka the culture, encouraging people to prepare themselves academically, creating the can-do attitude in America as opposed to the what can you do attitude. Because I believe that the potential that exists in each human being is absolutely enormous if it's cultivated the right way. I think anybody with a normal brain can do almost anything, unquote. Who knows if Ben actually meant what he said, but what stands out in his remarks is the word freedom. We all have the freedom to fight for our values. Wherever we are planted, we can bloom. We can be a symbol for family values, integrity, and remaining true to our authentic selves. We all have a small part to play in pursuing a more balanced life, a life that doesn't go at a burning out rate. We can actually slow down to critically think and put some boundaries on our relationship with technology. And this goes full circle to where I started. We are all naturally intelligent with big brains. And this is where we can use our guts, our natural spidey senses, to ask some critical questions. If I rely on AI in my daily life, am I using it for good? Are there ways to live, work, and thrive without relying entirely on AI? What do I not know about AI that I may need to do further research on? I can be all wrong. I have my own perspectives and worldviews that will differ from yours, and that's perfectly okay. This is the beauty of our diversity. But my appeal to you is to pay attention. Do your own research and examine everything you do, you see, and what you hear. Surely, if we see the future in plain sight, there are 10 times more things that we do not know. What we do know is that the rat race machine has officially ushered in the next big thing since the internet. And the AI machine wants to perfect our lives. But if you've heard it here first or not, please use extreme caution and let God be the perfect standard, not the machine. Next week, I will go into part 2 that will answer the question of who we are if we aren't artificially intelligent. How can we identify the natural intelligence that God has gifted us? The answer is intriguing, and you will not want to miss it. Until next time. Thank you for listening to the Work-Life Eubiosis podcast, part of the Work-Life resources created by Own Your 5 to 9. I hope that you have found encouragement and a few ideas to strengthen your journey to purpose, freedom, and balance. Have you overcome burnout and found a new way of life? Millions around the globe are still at the risk of burnout and losing it all. And your story may be the one that sparks not only a dream, but action. Visit ownyour5to9.com for more information and submit your story. While you're there, join the Work-Life Eubiosis newsletter and receive additional resources weekly right to your inbox. If you enjoy this podcast, take time to subscribe, rate, and leave a review. Share it with a friend or loved one. Remember, the most important organization in the world is the family. Let's do our part to strengthen it. Thank you for listening.